The story of reaching the north of Kenya through the Northern Beacons of Light, an initiative formed by Commission 2017 delegates from these parts of the country, is one of small steps backed by collective effort that has borne much fruit. This is a testament beyond courage. It is God enabling Wario Fayo and his team to reach out to their own people with the gospel. This is the story of reaching the north.
My name is Wario Fayo. I am a Bible translator and actively involved in mission work amongst Muslims in northern part of Kenya and southern Ethiopia. It was in Commission 17 that God led me to this call, and I found myself in Commission 17. At that moment I was a student and also I was a student leader at Technical University of Mombasa Christian Unions, and I mobilized many young people, students like me, to go for the commission, which I also participated in. In Commission 17, there were three things that was very clear to us. One was integral missions, the other one was urban evangelism, and the other one was going north. And the message about going north really resonated with me. Looking at the data about Africa, how the northern part of Africa looks like, and the northern part of Kenya, and how there is that need to reach the northern parts. So it is just at that moment where I started looking at myself and looking at where I come from, coming from the northern part of Kenya. I said, actually, God is speaking to me, and there is no any other person here other than me. So, because I know the language, I know the culture of the place and everything, I said, let me go and ask more and pray more and just inquire more and just even interact with other missionaries more to know what is this. Because at that moment I was a bit confused. I was not sure where to begin from, but I felt that deep call within me to be able to reach our own with the good news. So in the same Commission 17, I took the first step from there. I just gathered students from northern Kenya who are in that commission. And we realized that we were very many. We were around 20 of us. And we began the conversation from that place, asking each other, guys, don't you see this new thing that God is doing? Don't you hear what God is saying? And surprisingly, all of us had this one thing in common, that God is telling us to go and reach our own with the good news. And then our next meeting happened at Focus Center. I really thank God for Focus, because Focus really shaped that vision and guided us to really focus more. And it is there that we took some time to pray, to interact, to shape the vision, and also to come up with the name. And the name that we came up with was the Northern Beacons of Light. In short, it was called Noble. So immediately after that, we held our first training. We mobilized 300 young people from different parts in northern Kenya, brought them at ACK in Marsabit, and trained them for 1 week and showed them the need to present the gospel to our own people. So it was basically like a mini commission in our region. And right from there, we had more people who are passionate, because these people that we called together come from different places, different communities in northern Kenya, and we were able to reach different parts, doing missions, doing short-term missions, like 1 week missions, in different parts of northern Kenya, and we ensured that this is not just a mission, a hit and run mission, but we always prayed and tried to handle the needs on the ground. So while doing that, we were able to do medical camps, we were able to do maternal health care programs, we were able to do sport evangelism in different places, we were able to show Jesus film, and we were able also to plant churches. Like there are churches that we planted in some of the most remote and difficult to reach places, 2 churches. So we saw that it is doable. So thereafter we took a step of faith. Remember, we are all students, or we were all young graduates. No one was employed. So we went out to look for people, like-minded people, churches and parachurch organizations. And we were able to find them. And those people have been funding us in each and every program or mission program that we held. Not just funding, but also there are people who are partnering with us in prayers. There are people who are working with us in terms of mentorship. And 7 years down the line, most of us have taken another step. We've been really praying that we all go to a seminary to be able to learn more about theology, and we were able to have like 5 of us going to a theological school, gaining theological training, and we are looking forward that God will use us to reach our own and to impact more lives. So the Northern Beacons of Light focuses on 3 major areas. Number 1 is encounter, and that one is presenting Jesus to the people. The second one is, in the first stage, which is encounter, we enter the community using the access ministries. We reach the people, and after people give their lives to Christ, we are able to get the persons of peace in that community. And therefore, we go to the next stage, which is anchoring. And that stage, at this stage, it is a discipleship stage, whereby now those people who have given their lives to Christ, they are discipled, and they continue anchoring their roots down deeper on Christ. Then the third stage is now walking with these people to mission grounds, these people who have received Christ. And that stage is the stage of proclamation. Now walking with them, doing missions with them, and giving them that opportunity to give their testimonies in different parts of the world, which is different from theirs. One of the creative things that I do is to produce gospel songs which are relatable to my culture, which are clearly understood in my language, and to present that in an African way to my people, so that the gospel is not foreign to them anymore. For them to receive the gospel and to see that this is not a white man's thing, but it is their thing. So God has really guided me, and I've really seen a lot of fruits with this. Probably God is speaking to you now, telling you that you must go north to preach the gospel in northern part of Kenya or in southern Ethiopia, because the culture is the same. So you must be able to, 1, have some knowledge about the place. It's important to have some knowledge about the people living in the northern part of Kenya. Who are these communities? Are they difficult to reach? Are they reached with the good news? What are some of the past experiences and responses from these people? And then thereafter, let me say that it is very important that you pray That is very important. Go to God, pray, ask for direction, ask for guidance. Because one thing I've realized is that if the call is there, even if you go and find challenges on the ground, you are somehow sustained. Because God encourages you, He gives you the wisdom to be able to handle the issues which are there. So prayer is very essential. Build relationships, have networks with the people in northern part of Kenya, and be able to now take a step of faith, which is sometimes difficult. Take that step, even if it is taking a step and calling 3 people together, sharing with them, what is in your heart. Even if it is just taking a step and traveling north just to see the people, take a step. And then from there now, leave the rest to God, because He will guide you.